Okay, today is August 9th. This is the ES process map for the price action and fair value gap. And I'm going to go over today's action. I'm going to start with the 60-minute. That's not working. Not working. One second. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So I recognize today would be low probability trading due to it being August, due to there being news tomorrow, due to low volume. I was right. I predicted a draw towards 41.05, and I was also correct. But I'm noting that we supported here at this rebalanced fair value gap. Kind of an interesting place. It makes sense in hindsight. While it was happening, I didn't understand why we were supporting there, but in hindsight, it makes sense with low volume that we wouldn't just bust through that. So as you see the week, what we're starting to form, or I suppose as you're thinking about the weekly action, the weekly candle, what we have here, and I'll draw it, we'll start, we've got the open here. At this point, we have a wick, kind of looks like that right now, okay? So I'm going to do this. And actually, that's the low, okay? So that's the low. So I'm gonna do this. So what this kind of looks like, what this could look like, if that's the low of the week, we should know by the Globex morning, by tomorrow, if that's the low, or maybe it's a little bit lower. Then the opens right here. This looks like a bearish candle now. But if we rally through to tomorrow and close back above or at or above the Sunday opening, then I would expect that we are headed for 4200 or 4206. If we don't, then this is a situation where we opened up, we got into premium immediately, and then basically sold off and have had a down week. There are important numbers down here that I think we could dipstick down into and then run higher. But if we do that, it's likely that we close the week looking something like that, having taken out a significant level, and that will be two dojis on the week back to back. So that'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Now, as we look at the 15-minute, you have an Asian session and a London pullback where there is a higher low, I guess here, and then New York is sympathetic with it. Now we do take this higher low out, testing into this fair value gap, and that sets up the move lower. But I would say that the London high and the New York high are sympathetic to each other, so probably we move lower. So then as you break down to the 5-minute, what you see is a consolidation here, a washout candle that comes right up to the fair value gap, tests it, rejects it, it walks back, tests again, comes down, displaces, creates a fair value gap, retests that level, tests the open of an order block, tests the mid of that order block, and then pushes lower, ultimately creating a low and then a lower low. So saw this second fair value gap, but I was not trading for the rest of the day. So I'd only taken my first trade and just let the rest of it go. Here you can see my first trade. Made a mistake, accidentally executed twice. I had a limit order on, and then as the price was rolling away, it entered me a second time because it hit the bid, but it happened so quickly. It basically added in more orders, and I didn't mean to do that, so I just took them right back off, and then took out the Globex low, and then allowed this to walk back one Judas swing higher, and then as soon as it took out this high, you can see that I exited, and then believed that the day supporting where it was didn't make sense, so it wasn't worth taking more shots trying to see if we could get it to go lower. However, I do note that we came up and retest this fair value gap, and then we have a higher high, and then that sells off, and then same thing here, and then same thing here. The middle of order block is tested after the low time frame fair value gap is created after double top high. So kind of a nice structural move that actually delivers the price. So that is the end of my review for today. The process used was the price action and fair value gap ideas based on displacement, retests, and rejections. So my expectation is that tomorrow, if we make any kind of low, we're going to sell off through 4100, and then we'll most likely rally into Friday, and then the next 2 weeks should be probably completely dead. But there's news tomorrow, so it should be a good day to see some kind of move at the 8:30 news location, and then also 9:30 open. So that's it for today.